Hi everyone, we're here at Awakenings Bookstore, and I thought it'd be really, really fun to go to other intuitives out there and see different methods they use to use the knowingness, to get into the knowingness, and really divine or see how they pick up that knowingness energy by reading people in different ways. So we're lucky to have Amanda. Hi Amanda.
Hi, James.
How are you?
Good.
Good. Would you tell us a little bit about your background and what you actually do?
Okay, so for the last 5 years, I've worked with Lori Camacho, studying under her, learning how to work through my own personal things so that I'm clear and so I could read people better. And so what I do now is I tune into the crystals, I get into a light meditative state, and so I could hear what they're saying, and they actually give me the information that I need to tell my clients.
So you're putting yourself, your knowingness into that crystal.
Exactly.
Opening yourself up. A crystal, of course, wonderful broadcaster, if you will. Just
Yes.
brings things through. So that's your clarity. That's how you get
That
to
is how
the
I get it,
knowingness.
yeah, exactly.
And do you receive pictures or do you get feelings?
You know,
or?
feelings come on the strongest,
Okay.
but I hear things, I see
So
things.
clairaudient?
Yeah.
Okay, clairvoyant and clairsentient.
Clairsentient.
What would you say is
Clairsentient
your number one clair that you, for you? That
Sentient, most
Clairsentient,
definitely. I'm
clairsentient,
very
as
much
we
an
spoke
empath.
about. Okay, and we have Carla here. Carla, hi Carla.
Hi.
You're kind of our guinea pig, right?
Yes.
So Amanda's going to give you a reading. So Amanda, I'm going to turn it over to Carla. Carla, what do you expect in the reading? Anything, just open to whatever happens.
I'm just open to it.
Which is the best way
Yeah.
your client could always be. Okay? Amanda, we leave it to you.
Thank you. Okay. So, Carla, let me hold your hand for a sec. Okay. Okay. And if you could say your name 3 times,
My full name?
please.
Carla Moeller.
Mm-hmm.
Carla Moeller.
Mm-hmm.
Carla Moeller.
Okay, so Carla, the first thing that's coming up is there's a discrepancy between your head and your heart. What's going on right now is the information that is being filtered into your heart space is very conflicting with what's going on in your head. Does that make sense? Okay, so what I'm hearing is you need to let go. You need to let go of the things that are going on from the past. It feels like this relationship that you're in the middle of, in the midst of, it's not coming to fruition in the way that you want it to. They keep saying there's a reason that this is happening, and your job right now is to kind of go into your process and see why am I still holding on to that? What is the attachment there? Why is that bringing me security? The funny thing is, what's going to get you through it the quickest is tapping into that heart frequency. So maybe getting into a light meditation and just kind of clearing your chakras and spending a little bit of time in the heart. That's going to help kind of pull you through it. Okay, I'm getting told to pick a different crystal to work with. Okay, so this is really tapping into your heart right now. There's a fear of being abandoned that's coming up. Does that make sense? Okay. You know, again, letting in that love, but also just staying present in the knowing that you are going to receive the type of relationship that you're really looking for, and also giving yourself that, dating yourself for the next couple months. It feels right around June is when it's going to blow open for you. They're talking about the type of person that you're really trying to connect with coming forward. I'm getting something about Florida. Florida is the big thing right now. There's something about you needing to be near water to allow the information and to allow the love that you're craving to really kind of saturate you. So I don't know how often you are near water, but it's very important for
Does
you
that make
to go
sense
there.
through the water?
Yeah, the water does. I don't know about Florida.
Yeah.
I lived in Florida but a long time
Oh.
ago. but-
Interesting. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let's tap into that for a second. I'm going to
Right.
trade.
But with a fin, yeah.
Yeah, with the fin, the water. Okay, so it feels like there was a little bit of kind of trouble going on during that time in your life. It was really, I'm feeling like an inconsistency with family members, not saying what they're going to do. It's like there's a word that wasn't valid. They weren't really putting their actions in congruency with their words. Does that make sense? It's like they weren't saying what they were saying things, but not really doing them.
Yeah, it's hard. I was disconnected from my family because I lived there and they didn't.
Got it. Okay. Why were you guys, like, how often were you guys kind of talking to each other? Like, did you feel supported from them at that time?
I think so. I mean, I think it was hard to get people to visit, but I only lived there like a year. You know, it was like a year's
Okay.
time.
And what
But
else
it was a hard move for me. I didn't want to move to Florida.
Got it.
So that was
Okay.
hard. that whole time was a hard time for me.
Okay. So what I'm getting is behind that whole move, all of that, the whole thing with the family kind of maybe putting their energy there, saying we're here for you, and then just feeling that disconnect. So that is definitely related to something in childhood. So start with when you lived in Florida. Start exploring that, if that makes sense, and kind of go back and maybe just imagine your family really supporting you during that time, feeling really connected. That's where the broken piece is. It's going to lead you back to the childhood piece, and that's going to be the final thing that really pushes this relationship in. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to stop right there. I think it's great. I think that, and also just so that I can comment a little bit, and opening the heart, that's a perfect go back to that
yes.
childhood,
Yeah.
because some things go back all the way maybe to that's where it started, certain feelings of being unabandoned or not being expressed or not being realized or seeing who you really are for your family, those sorts of things, and they come up. And I
As
just
soon
have
as soon as she picked that up, I could feel
Felt
it.
stronger?
I felt
Yeah.
it in my heart.
Yeah, it's
Your heart.
connecting to you.
Well, I want to ask you a question how you
Yes.
read, because interesting. I watch different readers read, and people that are watching this can learn. So when you say they speak to me, what are you getting?
You know, I'm the crystals. So because I'm kind of tuned into my higher self at that point.
Okay.
So my higher self is helping to open the door so that the crystals, because they each have their own consciousness.
Yeah.
So that the consciousness of the crystals can speak to me in that way.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Good. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
Thank you very
You're
much.
so welcome.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you, sweetheart.
Thank you.
Okay.